Good morning. This is Miss Jennifer with Storytime Live, and I am going to try to do this by myself today, so let's see how it goes. Today we're going to read Tom's Special Talent by Kate Gaynor and illustrated by Ava Byrne. Hi, my name is Tom. My school is a big yellow building right in the middle of Furswood, the town where I live. There are lots of other boys and girls in my class, as well as my teacher, of course. Her name is Miss Jolly. Miss Jolly is a great teacher. Every day we learn something different and exciting. Like today, when we learn all about the world's famous artists, where they live. There are some parts of Miss Jolly's class that I enjoy more than others. I love when Miss Jolly plays her guitar and we sing songs or paint pictures with our big, thick paint brushes. The only part of the school day I don't really like is when we practice our reading and writing. This is the part of the day that I think is kind of hard. Miss Jolly says that reading and writing are an important part of going to school, and that is why we spend a lot of time practicing these things in the classroom. When it's my turn to read from a book or from the board, I feel worried and afraid that I might get the words wrong. I am not as good at reading as some of my friends. Miss Jolly says that all boys and girls have very different ways of learning. Some people find learning harder to do than others, but we all have special talents that are unique to us. Just look around the classroom at all of your friends, said Miss Jolly. Everyone has a special talent for something. When someone finds reading, writing, or spelling hard to do, this is sometimes called dyslexia. It doesn't mean that you are not as clever as your friends. It just means that you have to practice a bit harder at the things you find difficult to do. I'm good at playing games, singing songs, and feeding my dog, Bonnie. My dad says it's easy to be good. Knocked off, but we're back. I wonder what kind of things you're good at, what special talents you have. One day at school, our school principal, Mrs. Berry, made a surprise announcement. So next week we will have a celebrate our school competition. All the boys and girls will have to use their talents to create something they think celebrates their time at school. Then, the very best story, poem, or painting will be printed in the local newspaper where everyone will see it, explained Mrs. Berry. I apologize for our connection. I don't know what's happening today. When we all went back to class, everyone was talking about the competition and who the winner might be. Later that day, I had my special reading time with Miss Jolly. During this time, we used lots of different ways to help me learn my words and spellings. But that day, instead of reading and spellings, we talked about the big competition. I think I would like to paint a picture of all my friends, I told Miss Jolly, showing how each and every one of us has a special talent. That's a great idea, Tom, said Miss Jolly. Every day after school, I worked hard on my poster. First, I drew a giant square with a space for everyone in my class. There was John, who is not very good at writing but is great at football. Sadie, who finds math hard to do but is great at reading. Jane, writing one of her stories, and Greg writing one of his funny poems. Very soon there was only one space left on the poster for me and my special talent. I don't think I have a talent at all, I told my mom sadly. I'm not very good at reading like Sadie or writing like Jane. How about your talent for painting and drawing? Laughed Mum, looking at my poster. I suppose you're right, Mum, I smiled. I do have a special talent too. The next day at school, we all gathered in our school hall and waited for our principal, Mrs. Barry, to decide the winner of the Celebrate Our School competition. And the prize goes to Tom and his wonderful poster of talents, announced Mrs. Barry. Maybe Tom will be a famous artist someday, and I will tell my new pupils all about him, said Miss Jolly with a proud smile. All of my friends clapped and cheered. Mrs. Barry said that my poster showed everyone how important it is to have respect for other people's talents and weaknesses, because those are the things that make us special. Now it's over to you. Why don't you tell me all about your special talent? So in this book, Tom, well, I actually would like you to tell me if you have a special talent, if you can type that in. I don't always get them before I get off, but maybe if we do it now, we will. Tom has dyslexia. So that affects his reading, spelling, writing, and sometimes math. Maybe has trouble remembering things in order, or the letters get turned around, or the words get mixed up. But with the right supports, everything will be fine for Tom. But let's talk about special talents. I was a student a long time ago, and I was not very good in science or reading or history. But my special talent is that I could play the piano, and I was very, very involved in music. So that is what I did. And I know some kids are very involved in dance or sports. Everybody has a special talent. So I'm not seeing anything come up in the comments. So I just wanted to tell you another thing that is not a special talent of mine is being organized. But I have a book picked out already for next Friday, so I wanted to share it and so you could be prepared and spread the word. But next week we're going to read Emmanuel's Dream. It's a true story, and I'll just give you an idea. It says, one person can change the world. In Ghana, West Africa, a baby boy was born. Two bright eyes blinked in the light. Two tiny fists opened and closed, but only one strong leg kicked. Here is the inspiring true story of Emmanuel, who cycled an incredible 400 miles across Ghana with only one strong leg to spread his powerful message. Disability does not mean inability. Thank you. When you watch this, please feel free to share with me your special talents. I would like to know about them.